Here we are in Chapter 2 review exercises numbers 41 and 42. Our favorite problems, distance, rate, time, which, if you remember, we have this beautiful little thing here, distance, rate, time, where if you have rate and time, you times them together to get distance. If you want time, you take distance over time will give you rate. Oh, I love it. Also known as distance equals rate times time. Rate times time equals distance. All right, but these are the tougher ones. You have two people. So let's go through and draw our table. It says Sean and Brittany rode bikes for the same amount of time. So here we go. Sean and Brittany both have rate times time equals distance. So we're going to have 6 little sub boxes in there, and rate times time equals distance. All right. Now, I'm going to read through it. Sean traveled at 12 miles and Brittany at 15. If Brittany traveled 12 miles further than Sean, how much time were they both riding bikes for? Here, how much time were they both riding bikes for? That is our variable. They're the same amount of time, and that's what it's asking for. So let's go through and fill in the rest of the thing with the data that we know. It says Sean traveled at 12 miles per hour, Brittany at 15. Stop. Fill out the table. This is 12 times t has to be this distance. 15 times t has to be this distance. Now we know what these are. Let's see what it says about how they relate. It says Brittany, this one right here, Brit traveled, that's equals 12 miles further than Sean. Let's put this guy in. Brittany traveled 15t. We know that's her distance. That's 12 more than Sean traveled, 12t. Okay, look at where we are. Happy math land. Do we have any parentheses? No. Do we have any fractions? No. Any multiple x's? Yes. Well, t's in this case. Let's get the t's together. Subtract 12t, subtract 12t. 3t equals 12. No step 4. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. T is 4. So they both traveled for 4 hours on their bike. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so Rick and Mark. Let's draw a little box down here. There's a R and an M. And rate times time equals distance. Okay, Rick and Mark drove boats on the lake for the same amount of time. Rick's average speed was 10, Mark's was 14. If Mark traveled 13 miles further than Rick, how much time were they both on the lake? Our variable is time. Let's read it one more time. Rick and Mark drove boats on the lake for the same amount of time. Good, there's our variables. Rick's average speed was 10, Mark's was 14. If Mark traveled, oh, wait, stop, don't read that yet. Let's multiply it out and see what we get. 10 times t is 10t. 14 times t is 14t. These are the two distances that they traveled. And it says Mark traveled 13 more than Rick, further than Rick. Okay, so there's Mark's. There's Rick's distance. So 14t equals 13 plus 10t. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Happy math land, we have an equation. Parentheses, no. Fractions, no. Multiple t's, yes. Get the t's together. So we now have 4t equals 13. Step 4, there is no addition subtraction by the t. Multiplication, division, divide by 4, and we get t equals 3.725, right? 3.25 hours. Shazam!